Hi everyone, welcome to Bytesector. Today we're going to be taking a look at a power bar, surge protector, whatever you want to call it. Boom! There it is. It takes one wall outlet, turns it into many, 4, 6, even 8 outlets. It's a great concept, works well, tried, tested, and true, proven over decades of use. I mean, what more can I say? Done, review, works. Okay guys, cut. No, I'm just kidding. That's not even it. Today we're going to be taking a look at an amazing power bar. I call it a deluxe Cadillac version of the power bar concept. It's loaded with technology. It's cloud connected. What more can I say? Before we get into it though, I really want to talk about the company that produces this wonder bar. So we're going to dive into that first. So here it is, the glorified power bar that I've said so little about. The model, the MP60. They also have a one outlet version called the MP10. I mean, ignoring the 5 extra outlets, it's still not as feature rich. So it's a power bar. Check. 6 outlets. Check. But are these USB ports I see down here? Yes. You get 2 Type A USB ports, each putting out 1 amp of power, and 2 Type C power or USB ports, each rated at 2.1 amps, which is maybe not as much as your 5 volt, 3 amp Pixel brick charger, but you'll notice that the Pixel brick charger also does 9 volt, 2 amp, so it kind of gets close. Their managed power line, like I said, clearly defined up here, data, their logo. Bam! Where's the power cord? I know that's what you're thinking. Well, on the end, they've gone with a traditional, standard 3-prong power connector, which you'd find on the back of any computer's power supply. And you might be thinking, well, doesn't that just mean I've got to plug something else in and I've got to worry about a connector? And yeah, it does. But it also means that if your power bar is 3 feet from the outlet, you can use a short power cord. If tomorrow you need to move this and it's 12 feet from a power outlet, you can hook up a 12-foot power cord. It doesn't need an extension cord. Hey! Finally, it's modular. I mean, this one's kind of stuck. If it ain't within the, well, I guess this has a pretty long cord, but if it isn't within this long cord's reach, you can daisy chain, which is a health and safety issue and frankly could cause, I don't know, a fire. You could hook up an extension cord on this end, which is great, except, again, something more to buy. Most of us have spare power cords, so this is really damn useful. Oh, I don't know how many of you notice this, but there's an Ethernet jack on beside that power port. And yes, an Ethernet jack. This puppy not only has wired networking, but it is also wireless networking capable. It packs 802.11n and an Ethernet jack for connectivity to the cloud. And yes, I know, I did just say 802.11n. So why do you need internet on a power bar? Well, as I said, Dato's targeted at managed services providers who then resell the products off to the end users. So as an MSP, there are times where you might have to reach out to your client and say, hey, can you reboot this device because it's not responding? Or, you know, the modem went down and I have no internet connectivity. Well, now you have a way in. If the device isn't responding, you can use a cloud to actually power cycle individual outlets. So you can do a hard reboot of a device remotely without having to bother your client. Other use cases, you can see how much power is being consumed by outlet or as a whole aggregate over the power bar. There are some really interesting use cases here. We'll get into those later. I personally use this power bar for my crypto mining rig. It wasn't located where I live, and so sometimes the rig would stop functioning. It wouldn't respond when I pinged it or tried to access it remotely. So I needed a way to reboot it. And frankly, being several kilometers away, I couldn't justify hopping in the car every time I wanted to reboot my mining rig. This gave me a way in. It had internet connectivity. I would hop into the portal, hit reboot on the 2 outlets that were the power supplies. Bam! Rig would be back up within a couple minutes, and I'd be happy again. As I did mention, you can schedule things, so you can actually schedule automatic reboots or power cycles of each port. I say reboots because usually you've got a device in here that reboots, but you can schedule power cycles. You can even create macros where, as I mentioned earlier, you could have the modem be pinged every 5, 10, whatever interval seconds you want. You could have it every 1800 seconds if you cared. And if one of those pings or 5 of those pings or any number of those pings as you define fail to return, you can have a power cycle of ports. Whatever port you want. You tie a macro to port 6. Port outlet 6, port 6, whatever you want to call it, will reboot if the pings stop responding. So those macros make it useful from an automation standpoint. You said it has Wi-Fi. This is the hiccup. Datto built Wi-Fi into this, but you can only connect to Datto access points. You can't connect to Aruba or Ruckus, Cisco, none of those. Unify, Ubiquity, none of them. The Wi-Fi only works with Datto access points in the Datto networking environment, and that Datto is where I need you to change this. The technology exists. Why don't you make it so that I plug it into the internet through a hardwire, I log in a cloud portal, I push out a Wi-Fi config, and then I can run it through Wi-Fi. I mean, it's a hop and a skip away from what you already have. So I'm not thrilled with Datto for making the Wi-Fi pretty much useless. So what do I think of this? At the end of the day, as I said, I started this review out. I started it out raving, called it the deluxe Cadillac version of a power bar. It still is. I mean, if you've got a server room and a managed services provider, reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? Do you sell Datto products? Because I need a couple of these in my power or in my room. Even if it's so that you can reach out to your MSP and say, hey, I need to reboot this device. Have you seen we're under quarantine? Wouldn't it be awesome to remotely reboot something that's not responding? I think it would. Anyways, I think it's a great power bar. Datto has a couple things to improve, one of which being the Wi-Fi and connectivity to non-Datto environments, and the other being the monthly subscription price. Could be a little cheaper. At the end of the day, I highly recommend this to enterprise. I wish you consumers out there could enjoy this. I'm sure that there are variants of this in the consumer space, but for now, this power bar works well for my desk. I've got all my monitors plugged in, my amp and my CPU and my Surface tablets. And yeah, I'm gonna keep with this one until it dies on me.
Thanks for watching today's video. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs down. Leave us a comment below letting us know what we can improve for next time. But if you did like it, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell beside it so that you get notified the next time we post a video. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Have a great day, and we'll see you all next time.